congratulations, gentlemen. This is so much fun and so exciting to watch it. And Ed, I want to start with you because, of course, you have worked with Tom Cruise before, but this is a little bit different for you. Were you a little bit nervous? Did it challenge you?
Yeah, well, I listen. I'd always loved this genre, and I'd love Lee's work, and I'd love a lot of these kind of crime thrillers. But you always ask yourself, am I going to somehow come up against something that I don't know how to do? I think what you discover is that, in fact, it's telling a story the way you would try to tell any story, with the same values and the same narrative thrust and the same intensities and characters that you would try. And in fact, what I found out is that in this book and in Lee's work, he is, of course, interested in the action and interested in the plot, but he's as interested in the relationships as I am.
Yeah.
And that's where I think where we find each other.
Yeah, and Lee, for you, I mean, to see your books come to life must be such a huge thrill. But why do you think Tom makes such a great Jack Reacher?
I think partly because he wanted to do it. Nobody's holding a gun to his head saying you have to make these movies. He's doing them because he wants to, and that is 90% of it. He loves the character, he understands the character, and he feels like the character would be great on the screen. And the other thing about Tom is he picks a great team around him. And I was very happy that it was Ed doing this movie because just purely by coincidence, Ed has done 4 of my favorite movies of all time across a very wide spread. And I thought, this is like winning the lottery. This is great.
Does anything Tom do now surprise you, or has he changed in any way since you first started working with him?
He has the same extraordinary passion and energy and discipline that he's always had. He is a student of filmmaking, and it's been 10 years since we last worked together, and he is learning every minute. And so, it is having a collaborator that is every bit as challenging as anyone you've ever worked with, but in the best spirit. And in that sense, I think that, yeah, he's a real producer. He understands what it is to make a movie, and that's worth a lot.
And what I love so much about this story is that we know Jack Reacher is, he's a lone wolf, basically. I'm doing everything I want. But now he gets a little bit more vulnerable in this one. I like that. And was that difficult for you to bring that into the series?
Well, that was the challenge in writing that book, that I wanted to have essentially 3 characters who were all virtually the same character. Mm-hmm. They were all alpha characters. They were all accustomed to being their own boss, but they suddenly had to work together in a way that was going to take some sorting out, which made it a absolutely crucial casting thing. Tom Cruise I knew I could rely on completely, but the other 2 were crucial choices. And the thrill for me about seeing the final movie is how well they stand up as a trio. It is a completely equal trio that, from a character point of view, is completely satisfying, but from an acting point of view, because you got to say, Danica, for instance, was a young person at the time. She's got to get up in Tom Cruise's face and tell him to shut up. And, that's a challenge, but she did it.
Yeah, she certainly did. And I want to ask you about that because both Danica but Cobie, they're empowering women, which is awesome for us to watch that. But boy, do they kick butt. Did Cobie just, and she was telling me that she had broken her leg just, 6 weeks before?
Yeah, she's tough, and she'd been an athlete, and she told me she could do it. Obviously, we checked out, her condition, and we were assured that by people who really do this for a living that she could do it. But it takes some real courage, as Lee said, to get up in it's not just to get up in someone's face, but to act with them toe to toe. Frankly, it's a testament to Tom's generosity too, because half the time he would say, I think she could do that, or let's give her that. And that's, it's very rare. It's very rare for a movie star to be that sort of magnanimous.
Yeah, well, it's really wonderful. And I know we're having a new book coming from you very, very soon. Night School?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we look forward to that. November 8th, I think, in bookstores.
That's convenient.
So
yes.
this is what, number 22?
Number 21.
Number 21, okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Well, congratulations. Thanks for the film. It's really a lot of fun to watch. And good luck.
Thank you.
Talking to you both. Thank you.